Very good evening to all the viewers. So, Prachi this side presenting you Placement Trends 2020, where we are presenting hiring patterns and change technology for our engineering grads. So, today, allow me to welcome our very special guest, Ms. Aditi Jain, Head HR, Excellence Driving, Al Wasal Group, Dubai. Thank you so much, Aditi, that you spared some time for our viewers, and you will be talking about core civil engineering opportunities. It's a very burning topic these days because number one, civil engineering core placements is yes a tough job. Number two, um, at this particular point of time where we are facing pandemic, is still not Indian abroad companies. All the companies are equally participating in the recruitment drive. So, Aditi, welcome. As far as our particular platform is considered, I personally welcome you on behalf of Sagar Group of Institutions.
Yeah, thank you, Prachi, and good evening, everyone. And I would really, it's my pleasure to get in touch with all of you and, to talk to all the freshers, all the engineering students. I would like to give my insights into it, the hiring patterns and the recruitment strategies that companies are following. Before that, I would really like to congratulate Saga Group of Institute that, being in this pandemic situation, they are making so much effort to bring in different experts from different industries and, giving the insights of the corporate culture. So even I would like to bring into my HR perspective because I'm sitting in the international market. So I want to talk about, the hiring patterns that we follow here and what COVID-19 have brought into the picture, what companies are looking out for. So we'll talk about various stuff. So, I have segregated my discussion into three segments wherein we're going to talk about what COVID has actually changed in terms of the hiring patterns and, what companies are looking for from an HR perspective, from the hiring manager perspective, what skills you should brush up and how you should prepare for your interviews. And I'll also talk about the international market. There's a huge scope of scope of job opportunities in UAE because we have oil and gas companies, infrastructure, real estate. So there's a huge scope of opportunities over here also. So we'll talk about that as well. And then we'll also talk about that do's and don'ts of your career path. So let's start. So first I'll touch about due to COVID-19, there has been drastic change in the hiring process. And there have been a lot of challenges which even as an HR I am also facing. But then when I say that the HR and they will the efficient and effective patterns will be there and the mediums that we used to do for hiring the right talent will always be there. So though the situation is really tough, there is a lot of unemployment because of this COVID situations. Companies are laying off, but then to search for the right talent will always be there. So you still have that hope, but just that the pattern will be changed in terms of when I used to earlier we used to hire before COVID-19. Even for you, companies used to come in campus, and you used to have group discussion, technical interviews, in-person interviews. So these things gonna change during this COVID-19 situation, wherein you have to invest yourself in digital world, in virtual platform, get hands-on on those things. Might be companies used to come earlier, but now the companies will have this digital platform wherein they might even have JDs on the virtual platform. So you must be having friends and your teams. So then you should you utilize this platform and go for group discussions with your friends and understand, have a mock group discussions so that you also have an understanding of how to use this digital platform, because this is a new one and these new norms are going to stay for long, even if this COVID-19 gets ended. But this will be the new norm which companies will follow, because there are a lot of money also involved in hiring processes. So this is because of this platform, a lot of things will also change. Yeah. So now I would also focus on what companies are actually looking out for uh, from you and from hiring manager perspective, and as in from HR perspective. So I would categorize into different segments that what you should take care while you're preparing for your interviews. So to begin with, I will talk about Your fundamentals has to be really good because you're from engineering background. So you're from different fields altogether. Some must be, on this platform, some must be from civil, some must be from mechanical, electrical, etc. So your fundamentals has to be very good when you're facing the interview. Whatever you have studied in this 4 years, try to pick up your favorite subject, one or two subjects, and have a deep understanding of those subjects. So when core companies are coming up for the for campus placements or even virtually, though they will be asking you about the core knowledge, so you have to be an expertise in terms of that. So why they look around for your core languages is that how much you have the learning capacity, learning ability, how you are focused on your academics, because these are the things which will help them to understand that whether you are a right fit for investing in grooming your skills also or not. Even if the mechanical engineers are sitting for not for the core companies but for IT companies, brush up your analytical skills, problem solving skills, your presence of mind. These are the things which companies will see in during the interview process. They check whether you are they will put you in different kind of situation. They'll put you in situation based questions. They will give you case studies. So what basically they want to understand is your presence of mind and how you can put yourself in those shoes and give the interpretation. So that basically checking your knowledge, and your learning abilities. So please focus more on your fundamentals, as you have already, I think you all are from fourth year of your batch, and you must have gone through your core subjects. So try to brush up your knowledge and get a hands on to it. And secondly, if I say that, focus more on your certification course, because right now, if you see that because of lockdown, because of COVID-19, you're sitting at home. So utilize this time for certification courses. Why I'm saying that, I'll give you my example in terms of, when I was going for an interview, because I've done SHRM certification course. So there were a lot of candidates who were there for the interview for the same position. But I had an added advantage because I did an SHRM course, and I could mold my interview in terms of that certification course. Wherein the interviewer thought that she's continuously upgrading her skills, she's continuously thriving for learning something, and she's getting updated with the latest patterns what HR is following. So these are the things which give you added advantage. So there are different sides to it, as in for example, this course era, I will share the details with Prachi offline, wherein you can just go to those sites and you can get this, different variety of courses related to your fields. And these certifications are very important because, when you put these certification in your CV, that gives you an added advantage over other prospective candidates. And most important thing is also, if in case you are still not registered in LinkedIn, so my humble request to all of you, that go for these platforms. LinkedIn is one of the professional site wherein you get to learn a lot. LinkedIn has also come up with e-learning courses, certification courses. So you go for a premium account, which is also not very expensive, and then they provide you certification courses related to your field. So you can take that help from those certifications, and that certification courses get posted on your homepage, and you also get an opportunity to connect through different professionals on that platform. There are a lot of companies who do the hiring also from there, so you can get in touch with company experts. You can build up your network. You can speak to them what companies are looking out for right now in the candidates. You can build up your network through these channels. So follow, try to utilize these times in these platforms, do certification courses. And secondly, more important thing is what I believe, what we are even in international market we are doing is we're providing in remote internships. So I think Prachi, even we must be providing in remote internships in India as well.
Yes, yes, we are up for all these things, and of course, it's a kind of mandatory format for our, graduate engineers. So
Okay.
they have to undergo while they were passing through their third year to fourth year. So a
Okay.
particular pattern they need to follow, and under which a
Okay.
compulsory internship they have to undergo.
Okay, that's really good because even in the international market, we have a remote internship wherein, we are providing internship related to the particular fields. And what I would suggest to your students is that, right now, don't think about, uh, stipend, if in case any companies are providing you internship, even if they're not paying you, but the knowledge that you get it from those internships, it is going to really help you in future. So focus on learning right now, don't focus on, how much stipend are they paying.
Right.
Yeah. So these are very important things which you should focus on. Secondly, I would say that, right now companies, the hiring patterns have also changed in terms of, because we all are on social platforms. We are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram. So try to refrain yourself from commenting on any kind of, controversial topics on Twitter or on FB, because companies, when they are seeing your profile, when they get your CV, they see your background, they check your background even on those social sites. So even if we're going for good companies like Facebook, Google, they can even fetch your data what was posted 3 years ago. So try to have restrain yourself from those things. Not talk about any community specific or any religion, because these also create a lot of impact when we are doing hiring. So I'm talking in terms of what HR look around, what my team also take care when we are hiring, prospective candidates. Yeah.
Right.
So another point that I want to talk about is your CV writing. CV writing is very important when you are putting something in your CV. Make sure that you are well versed with whatever you have put in your CV. It's basically it talks about. I would say that it's the biodata of you. It depicts your personality. So make sure whatever you're writing, you're up for it. Don't fake your CV. If in case, I'll give you an example for this. If in case you are in from computer science background and you have written that you are well versed with C, C++ language or Java, and when the interviewer is asking you questions related to that, but you're not able to deliver, yeah. So that gives a very bad impression on the interviewer, because he would not be talking to you anything which you have not written, but he would be grilling you on those things which have been portrayed in your CV. So make sure that you whatever you're writing, only you are well versed with that. Don't write just to make your CV fancy and so that it gets shortlisted. And I'm mentioning those skills, though I don't know about those skills. And trust me, being an HR, we very quickly can gauge it that person is faking. So try to be honest. Try to be upfront. If you don't know anything, be upfront and say that, sir, I would get back to you on this. Probably I'm yet to get an expertise on that, so I will research and I will get back to you. But I don't know as of now. So please pardon me. But never try to beat around the bush and talk something which you are not aware of, right? And another perspective that I want to talk about when companies are hiring is that we are looking out for candidates who are good in multitasking. Before the pandemic situations, if, for example, if company was hiring 100 staff, now that the ratio has gone to 60%, and this is going to be for, I think, for a couple of more years, because what I see is even in India, Infosys and TCS, they have changed their norms of hiring. And, what I've heard, what I read in the news also, that from till 2022, half 80% of the population will be working from home. So you can understand that, companies are reducing manpowers, they would be utilizing their manpowers into doing multitasking. So try to portray your skills in terms of multitasking. And I'll give you an example for that. Last month, my company was hiring for marketing and finance division. And we were looking for prospective candidates in terms of, uh, customer service representatives, call center agents, and sales executives. But when we were hiring, so what we were doing is, if we have a prospective candidate, we was looking to him in terms of all the three skills, whether he could be utilized as a customer service representative, if in case I give an opportunity, whether he would be fit for call center agent or he would be fit for the sales executive. So now that are you getting my point, that we are clubbing all three together and hiring that person. If it were having a previous scenario where COVID-19 was not there, I would have taken three different prospective candidates for this, different roles. But now, because the things have changed and it's going to sustain for long, so we are looking out for candidates who can deliver us multitasking. So, Brace yourself and prepare yourself in multitasking. Try to, apart from your core subject, your domain knowledges, try to also give technical expertise in, AI, artificial intelligence, latest technologies. Increase your domain basically. And also LinkedIn is a very good platform wherein you can learn a lot of things. There are a lot of articles related to technologies, related to your fields. Try to follow those companies, try to visit those companies, and these are the things which can give you an added advantage. Yeah. And another thing that I want to talk about is your personal interview. Uh, when you come to the personal interview, you've already crossed certain stages, in terms of your technical round, your GD. So half of the battle you have already won. Yeah. So now is the final stage of your personal interview, and this would be the final stage, and wherein you have to be really up for it, and you have to portray yourself in terms of few different parameters, like how is your attitude? Are you passionate towards learning? Are you flexible? Do you adapt to different situations, your confidence level, you know so these are the things which feels that jargons, but these are things very important when you are going for an interview. How do you present yourself? How have you dressed yourself? Are you professionally dressed up or not? These are the things which are very important. I've seen candidates even getting rejected because of their personalities, their attire. The professional attitude is very important. And even if you don't know something, be upfront. Say that, uh, as I told you earlier also, be upfront about, don't fake anything. Just be normal, be yourself, basically. And one more thing that I want to talk about here is, if you get an opportunity, and when interviewers asking you a question, and if you get an opportunity, ask a question to them also. Like, for example, what kind of skills that you are looking out for in the prospective candidate, or what company is looking out for when they are hiring. So that way, they will understand that you are very enthusiastic about joining their company. And this also give you an advantage if in case you have missed out on something, so you can cover up your points. Yeah. Oh, sorry, sir. Talking about the skill that you just now said, I forgot to tell you that I also have an expertise into that. And how, and you can illustrate it with an example. So I'm just giving you an example how you can mold your interview. If in case you feel that I still have certain things in my plate which I can deliver, so try to focus on those things and be positive, uh, have a smile, be confident. If you're confident, if you don't know certain things, but you have learning capabilities, you have passion towards, getting expertise, knowledge, and companies basically see, you all are freshers. They're basically monitoring your attitude. Whether they can invest in you in grooming your skills. If they feel so, they will definitely take you. Yeah. So, these are the expertise that I wanted to bring in terms of when we are hiring. And these are the patterns also that we hire internationally also. And to talk about now the international market, I would say that, as I'm based out of UAE in Middle East, so I can tell you that, there's a huge exposure in terms of engineers over here also, because Middle East is having a lot of oil and gas companies. They are more into infrastructure. They are into real estate. They are also into technology. They are, for modernizing their economy. They are getting into all these things. And the good part is that they realized it very early. So their dependency on oil is not much like the other Gulf countries, and they have, widened their domain. So they are into all these fields which I just pointed out. So you have a huge exposure in terms of international also. And trust me, it is not easy to get into the international market. But then, obviously, being an Indian, we have an added advantage because since childhood we have that competitive spirit, and there's so much, it's such a competition there. So many people that we have that race of getting first. So, and the technical knowledge, the fundamentals that we have uh, in India, that gives us an over edge over other expats. So if I talk about UAE per se, UAE is basically composed of 89% percent of the expat population. So and 11% is your local population or I would say that Emiratis. And so if you see that 89% of your expat population, so that 89% is driving the economy of UAE. So this 89% is basically 200 nationalities. So you can see how diverse UAE is. They are respecting that diversity. They have, trust towards the people from different region, different language. They're respecting that, and there are a lot of human rights. There are a lot of public health that they focus on. Technologies, the economy is really, healthy, and the modern economy trends are very good. They're investing in a lot of technology. There's less of corruption. The kingdom is very stable, and they have a huge respect for mankind. It's not like in other countries wherein you have to work from morning till night, but here they're respecting your work hours. If you're working from 8:30 to 5:30, so they respect that. So even after 5:30, if you call a person, they will not receive a call, and nobody feels offended about it, because this is their how they respect, and they focus on work-life balance. These are the things which are plus point about working in international market. And being an Indian, we have an expertise, and we have an overage advantage, because 35% of the population from the 200 nationalities is India. So we are contributing the highest population in UAE, and we can bring in our expertise into it. Earlier, I was, right now I'm working with a real estate company. They have a venture of Excellence Driving Institute. Earlier, I was working for L&T, wherein L&T was an Indian-based company. So they have different projects for engineers, and they were into oil and gas. So we used to hire core engineer, freshers, as well as who have experience in different niche skills. And the pay packages are also very, very good here. The benefits, the perks are very good. The medical facilities are good. The education allowance you get. So there are a lot of benefits that you get. So try to capture this market as well. There are different sides to it. That's where I was telling you that you should go to LinkedIn, and you can connect to different companies. You can get in touch with different expertise of companies. You can search for Middle East companies, oil and gas, real estate, infrastructure, technology, wherever which field you want to cater to. And you can get in touch with them. You can put, forward your CV to them. I would share my experience. When I came to Dubai, I have changed two companies, and both the companies I got through LinkedIn. So, I used to post my every day. I used to even at least post 10 to 15 CVs to different people. So altogether, I had around 300 network that I built in, wherein 10 people contacted me and two called me for the interview. So all the recruitment patterns have changed from previous also. In this market, LinkedIn, your social sites, that even in India you have Naukri, so you have in Naukri, in UAE you have Naukri Gulf, you have Bait, you have different platforms wherein you can post your CVs, you can get in touch with the expertise, you can understand which is the market which you have to capture. And secondly, most important thing is, you must have heard about the Expo 2020. It was supposed to happen in 2020, but due to this COVID-19, that has been postponed to 2021. But then, 190 countries will be participating. And plus point is, UAE is one of the Arab countries who got the opportunity to host this event. And there will be different expertise coming from different countries to showcase their talent, their technologies, their ideas, their innovation. And in a way, it will be creating 2 million jobs. So, this had postponed to 2021. So you have an opportunity to even cater to that kind of market, and the estimation that UAE has given is that 25 million people are expected to visit this expo, which will be started now from 2021 till October 2022. So it's a huge scope where you can, capture that market, because there are oil and gas companies here. There are real estate companies which are which are hiring engineers, and we always have an added advantage. So these are the things, which, and secondly, there's not much difference between international market and India market. Just that the way of style of working, the hiring patterns are almost same. But then, groom yourself on things which you feel that missing in you. You've got this opportunity. You're sitting at home, utilize your time, have a constructive schedule. Even if you're at home, have a constructive schedule that you'll sit for this number of hours for doing this task. You will devote this much of hours on your core studies. You will have job group discussions with your friends. You will devote certain amount of time on that. Then your institute is providing you a platform wherein you're also taking internships virtually. You're doing certification courses. So utilize your time and use this time in a very different, in a very positive manner, instead of thinking of that why this has happened to me, when I am entering into my final placements and this COVID-19 has happened. But what I believe is it's a very good opportunity that you've got. You can encash that opportunity, and everyone knows what the situation is. We have to sail through this together, and and I know this is a tough time, but what I'm reading, and you are also aware of that, companies are doing uh, this stage 3 clinical trials, and they're coming up with vaccines. So most probably by 2 3 months you're gonna come with the vaccinations also, and wherein but things are not gonna change drastically. These things are gonna be there for at least couple of years. So it's better that we adapt to this new normal: social distancing, self isolation, working from home. As an HR, I would tell you that this 2 3 months have passed on in creating work from home policies, creating COVID-19 policies and procedures, and certain guidelines. If in case managers will be working from home, so how will they connect with the teams? So these are things which are going to sustain for long. So as soon as we get into equipped with these things, it will be good for us. Yeah.
Right.
And
It is
anything,
something.
and Prachi?
Yeah, nothing. I think this is an awesome discussion. You have just, floated with the students and shared your views
Mhm.
on this, because some of the points are very new for the students as well, like, asking for the
Mhm.
companies and about their projects and about their skill sets, what their
Mhm.
requirements are. Because this is
Okay.
one thing where a number of students are not recognizing, like, to ask about themselves is also a really a good task. They feel
Mhm.
gestured. And
Okay.
about that, when we talk about core engineering branches, civil and
Mhm.
mechanical, we are this particular side of the floor. And, when we talk about a student's point of view, the typical
Mhm.
mindset we say, because they are basically at home, and number
Yeah.
of things and environment does matter. So
Yes,
the challenges
definitely.
they, as an individual, are facing is, very, very hard to understand. But still,
Yes.
if we can read their minds, like, they are worried about their future, and of course they
Mhm.
are thinking on those lines, like 2020, why this particular pandemic has come, and
Yes.
we are the
Yes.
only one who are the sufferers. But it is not something
Eh,
like this.
Yeah,
Indian
Prachi, because the
companies.
entire world is suffering.
Yes.
Uh, we should be
And
very
if we
positive about this. Yeah.
Right, right. And if we talk about their career prospect in future, so Indian market and abroad market are always, a kind of, they're open for the freshers. Of
Yes.
course, yes, because you're the seventh or eighth guest in our sequence, like, they are talking
Okay.
about multitasking. So it
Yes.
is so very true. Like, previously we are talking about a single skill set, and now we are talking about multiple
Yes.
skill sets. And for
Yes.
that, nobody can be prepared. Your mental presence over the particular
Yes.
bracket is very necessary.
Your presence
And
of mind in your interview is plays a vital role in that.
yes, and you cannot be
Yes.
so choosy at this particular time, because the
Yes.
time has already gone, and still
Yeah.
you are facing competitive environment is there.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be the best to beat the rest. Of course, they
Mm-hmm.
are coming up with all these sequence, and whatever you have shared with us. Of course,
And
we will.
Prachi, one more thing that I want to talk about is, right now what I feel is your students should not focus on, how much companies are paying. Don't go for money, because right now this is the career building stage, and they should go for wherein you get a lot of learning.
Right,
If in case you're getting an opportunity to learn, to get into company, grab that. And
right.
because this is not the time to, beggars are never choosers.
Yes.
So
So we
yeah. So
cannot say
we
on this particular platform, we can say ki, like, see, we have to adopt this new normal, and we have to go with
yes,
the industry requirements as of now.
yes,
So without talking about a particular CTC bracket, we have to
yes.
situation, and yes, of course, because we are talking about the engineering grads,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yes.
there has to be a set levels for them, and of course,
Mm-hmm.
industries are equally paying for them, because
Yes.
for we have often heard about those firings and cut-offs and layouts, all these things, but
Mm-hmm.
at the cracks,
Mm-hmm.
to tell them about, like, what they are up to for the fresher
Mm-hmm.
engineering, it is not much, because hardly
Okay.
Indian companies are not initially on the IT sector also, they are not paying that much amount, so that they can differ
They have
about
to
the
cut
some of
down.
the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yes,
Correct.
if we talk about the abroad opportunities, of course,
Mm-hmm.
yes, people have to think on those lines also,
Yeah,
like
because in international market there have been pay cuts, and
yes,
these pay cuts are the final things. It's not going to be
yes,
changing so soon that now that if in case I was hiring for a marketing manager, so 20% pay cut has been there, and this is going to be for another 2 to 3 years. This
right,
has been changed in the international market because the pay scales were really good. Because it's a tax-free country, a lot of benefit that companies give. you know
exactly,
so yeah, so then these are the new normals that international market is having. But then after that 20% pay cut also, the pay is really good.
right, right,
Yeah.
and
and
that
what
too,
I Yeah.
yeah, please
And
go ahead.
what more I wanted to say is that, even when they get into the companies, try to be there at least for 1 or 2 years. What I've seen during my 6 7 years of career, that people keep on changing, especially the IT guys keep on changing, as in basically job hopping. And these are certain negative things that portray during the interview, because they will not invest in you. They will feel that if in case you are continuously hopping the companies, you might even leave me if you get a good opportunity. So, even if you're getting into a core company, try to at least stay there for 1 or 2 years,
No.
because initial 6 months will go in your training. And, after that, you will be able to have an expertise on something and put, grab your skills or enhance your skills, and have an expertise on certain things. And, by the time they get into it, they start looking out for jobs.
Right, right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so this particular track students need to follow, and they are supposed to, come up with all the other options which is for them. And being a, corporate relation part, I would like to say that companies are coming and they are offering you a particular, bracket of mass hirings and as well. But if you talk about a little hiring, like 3 people, 4 people, or 5, yes, LinkedIn is the best option for you. You have to opt for it, and of course, all the corporate guys and HRs are available, and their requirements are also getting posted regularly. So keep on that track and avail all the knowledge which is available for you. So I would like to thank Aditi for joining us at this orders as well. Thank you so much for everything you have shared right away. Thank you for joining. Thank you, viewers, for listening. Thanks a lot.